Section 13 of Birds, Volume 1, Number 5, May 1897. Recorded for LibriVox.org by Avahi. The Nighthawk. The range of the nighthawk, also known as bull-bat, mosquito-hawk, will-o'-the-wisp, pisk, pyramidic, and sometimes erroneously as whip-poor-will, being frequently mistaken for that bird, is an extensive one. It is only a summer visitor throughout the United States and Canada, generally arriving from its winter haunts in the Bahamas or Central and South America in the latter part of April, reaching the more northern parts about a month later, and leaving the latter again in large straggling flocks about the end of August, moving leisurely southward and disappearing gradually along our southern border about the latter part of October. Major Bendire says its migrations are very extended and cover the greater part of the American continent. The nighthawk, in making its home, prefers a well-timbered country. Its common name is somewhat of a misnomer, as it is not nocturnal in its habits. It is not an uncommon sight to see numbers of these birds on the wing on bright sunny days, but it does most of its hunting in cloudy weather, and in the early morning and evening, returning to rest soon after dark. On bright moonlit nights it flies later, and its calls are sometimes heard as late as 11 o'clock. This species is one of the most graceful birds on the wing, and its aerial evolutions are truly wonderful. One moment it may be seen soaring through space without any apparent movement of its pinions, and again its swift flight is accompanied by a good deal of rapid flapping of the wings, like that of falcons, and this is more or less varied by numerous twistings and turnings. While constantly darting here and there in pursuit of its prey, says a traveler, I have seen one of these birds shoot almost perpendicularly upward after an insect, with the swiftness of an arrow. The nighthawk's tail appears to assist it greatly in these sudden zigzag changes, being partly expanded during most of its complicated movements. Nighthawks are sociable birds, especially on the wing, and seem to enjoy each other's company. Their squeaking call note, sounding like "speak, speak," is repeated at intervals. These aerial evolutions are principally confined to the mating season. On the ground, the movements of this hawk are slow, unsteady, and more or less laborious. Its food consists mainly of insects, such as flies and mosquitoes, small beetles, grasshoppers, and the small night-flying moths, all of which are caught on the wing. A useful bird, it deserves the fullest protection. The favorite haunts of the nighthawk are the edges of forests and clearings, burned tracts, meadowlands along river bottoms, and cultivated fields, as well as the flat mansard roofs in many of our larger cities, to which it is attracted by the large amount of food found there, especially about electric lights. During the heat of the day the nighthawk may be seen resting on limbs of trees, fence rails, the flat surface of lichen-covered rock, on stone walls, old logs, chimney tops, and on railroad tracks. It is very rare to find it on the ground. The nesting time is June and July. No nest is made, but 2 eggs are deposited on the bare ground, frequently in very exposed situations, or in slight depressions on flat rocks, between rows of corn and the like. Only 1 brood is raised. The birds sit alternately for about 16 days. There is endless variation in the making of the eggs, and it is considered one of the most difficult to describe satisfactorily. End of section 13. This recording is in the public domain.